Ask you all to come in, find a seat with your coffee in hand, and I'll introduce our next speaker. What if there was a way to turn sporadic transactions with customers into long-term relationships, whilst still making dramatic improvements in operational efficiency as you do? What if there didn't have to be a trade-off between the customer experience and cost? Well, this is the promise of a connected strategy. With this strategy, companies stay connected to their customers, anticipating their needs before they actually arise. To speak to this connected strategy, please welcome to the stage Professor of Management at the Wharton School and co-author of the Connected Strategy, Nicolaj Siggelkow.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's wonderful to be here. Thank you for having me here. And indeed, this is a topic that my co-author Christian Terwiesch and I have been really thinking about over the last couple of years, this notion of connected strategy. And I think it very much ties nicely into what we heard this morning of some of the presenters. What we think about when we think about connected strategy is really this fundamental way of how many companies, many organizations, and lots of industries are really fundamentally reshaping the way they interact with their customers, right? Rather than having few episodic interactions, having a much more continuous relationship with customers. And healthcare was actually one of the examples that inspired us to start going into this direction, because I think it's a wonderful example. Right, it used to be only if really something bad happens to me do I see my doctor or go to the hospital, and then I have full attention on me 24/7. Then at some point I get discharged and I'm again completely disconnected, and we are waiting for something catastrophic to happen to me again before I get readmitted. Right? And that's clearly not kind of a very efficient way of doing things. And so nowadays with connected devices, like this is a connected asthma inhaler, now all of a sudden, right, my healthcare provider knows exactly whether I take my medication, when I take it, how I take it. It also has a microphone on it, so the mom knows whether the kid just went like this in the schoolyard or actually put it in their mouths. Right? All of a sudden, we have a much more information about the customer, a much deeper relationship that may help us actually to prevent some problems from occurring, and hopefully both increasing, right, the happiness of the customer or the patient, while at the same time reducing cost. Right? And that is kind of this dual purpose of connected strategies that Naomi just pointed out.